you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
What's coming? You on the way?
What's going on, good people? What's going on, good people? What's going on? You're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. On this Wednesday night, you got to do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And also, if you'd like to support the broadcast in any other kind of way, you can super chat. You can join the membership. Join the membership. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. We're still trying to get 20 more members to join the membership. If you can do that, we will highly be appreciated. All right. Hey, we're getting ready to talk about Shedeur Sanders and Todd Monken. They can turn the Cleveland Browns football team around. And also, in the next 15 minutes, we're going to shift and talk about can Coach Prime and the Colorado football team win the Big 12 this year. Y'all with me? Want to say hello to the #1 chat on YouTube. Appreciate each and one of you for rocking with me tonight. And I must give them a shout out before I get started. All right. Want to say hello to Miss Jackson, Miss Patty Lee, MSD. I love CC is in the building. So as Miss Crystal Wise Williams. Want to thank y'all for rocking with me for this long. Since I've been doing what I do, I appreciate y'all. Just want to let y'all know I love y'all. All right, Miss Calvin Shepherd, what's going on? Michael Lockhart is in the building. Appreciate you, sir. Also, we got Plan for Birdie is in the building. Appreciate you, Plan for Birdie. Ring My Bell is in the building. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Still, T-Dub, what's going on? Appreciate you. Val Cleveland, I see you. RD is in the building. Appreciate you tonight. Who else we got in here? Who else we got in here? I think I got everybody. Miss Kimberly, a.k.a. is in the building. Chad Griffin. What's going on, Chad? Checking in from the ATL. All right, big dog. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Miss Janet is in the building, and I appreciate it. Appreciate you, Miss Janet, tonight. Appreciate everybody who is in the building. All right? Let's get on to this thing. Hey, Shedeur Sanders. V, what's going on, V? How you feeling? How you feeling? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, Shedeur Sanders and the new head coach, Todd Monken, can turn the Cleveland Brown football team around. They can turn it around. They just got to do some things on the offensive line and for as a #1 wide receiver. But I ran across a video and this person, he flip-flops. He flip-flops a lot when it comes to Shedeur, but he said some key things in this video I want to share with you, and I agree 100% with it. You might not like it just because who it came from, but I always listen to the message. And the message was he cannot do what Kevin Stefanski did last year for as the head coach. Todd Monken is off to that start. He got to communicate. I don't know have he told Shedeur his role or not, but he cannot start the season off just like Kevin did. And listen to this video that I'm finna share with you of this conversation. Acho, I know many of you don't like him, but you better listen to the words. Move the person out the way and listen to the message of what he had to say. And at the end, tell me, do you agree or disagree with the message? Here we go.
The issue that Kevin Stefanski ran into with Shedeur Sanders is he didn't have a defined role for Shedeur Sanders. Is Shedeur going to be the backup? Is Shedeur going to be the starter? Is Shedeur going to be the #3? Is Shedeur going to be the #4? Okay, we trade Kenny Pickett. Shedeur's the #3. Okay, we're not going to start Joe Flacco during the preseason because he's a vet. Shedeur don't get no reps. Okay, we trade Joe Flacco. Shedeur's the #2. Shedeur had a completely undefined role in Cleveland, and as a result of that undefined role, that was a part of the reason Kevin Stefanski was hated, along with losing games. If you're Todd Monken 2-5, I do not know that you can come into the season and be like, man, we don't really have a defined role for Shedeur Sanders. I think you got to come in and say, Shedeur's the guy. Now, whether you believe that or not, you say it. Kevin O'Connell, J.J. McCarthy's the guy. We don't know if he believed it or not, but he said it. But if you come in here and do the same thing that Kevin Stefanski did, how can you expect A, to win over the fan base, and how can you expect B, to get good results?
Once again, that's Otto talking about the head coaching situation. I agree 100%. Now, you tell me, if you listen to his words that he said, do you agree or not? He cannot, and he had an opportunity to do that at his press conference. When Mary Kay stood up and said, hey, is Shedeur Sanders your starting quarterback? He should have came out the gate right now and said yes, because he was the starting quarterback last year. He started 11-7 games, so automatic you want to pick up where you started. Now, it's up to Shedeur to hold that position down. I mean, I'm just saying, move Acho out the way. Put your favorite person in that role and let them say that. Acho that's broken down, he cannot come out and be like Kevin Stefanski. They didn't have a role for him. They didn't let the fan base know. They didn't let him know. They didn't let the teammates know. Shedeur didn't even know what his role was going to be as a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. And it looks like, from the information that's putting out, Todd Monken is doing the same thing. Same thing. Unless I know that video came out that he greeting Shedeur, hugging Shedeur, and saying all these kind of words.
What's going in at?
Oh, yeah.
How you doing? Welcome back to the States.
How we doing, man?
Good.
Don't try to draft your ass last year. It's all.
I get all that part right there, but that was good at the time that he welcomed his head coach in the building, and Shedeur was the person right there. Now, unless they don't have words behind the scene that I don't know or you don't know, out your right. Can't come out there with that bull jive talking about Shedeur. We don't know Shedeur role gonna be. Even Shedeur gonna be the starting quarterback going into training camp. That's what he should have said. And after that, we'll deal with it. That would have kept down the fuss, the Cleveland media from guessing, searching, because it appears that Mary Kay, Tony Grossman, they don't have nobody to talk to inside the building. And that's why they spread false information out about Shedeur Sanders. That's why you hear him bringing up other quarterbacks, right? They don't know. Todd Monken ain't talking to him. And I know Andrew Berry ain't talking to him. Andrew Berry ain't talking to nobody but Andrew Berry. Hell, last year, Andrew Berry, we didn't even know he was going to trade that second pick. So I thought it was going to be Shedeur or Travis Hunter. But at the time of the draft, man, they done traded the draft down to, to Jacksonville, and they done traded Travis Hunter away. Didn't nobody know. So I know Andrew Berry ain't talking to nobody. I mean, when I say nobody, nobody. So that's why you hear the narrative about who's going to be that quarterback. But just like I played a video this morning, hey, this guy here right on point.
Rolling with what they have in their quarterback room makes the most sense. And I would assume when you start the offseason program, day one, Shedeur Sanders would be the guy that takes reps as the starting quarterback. Does that mean a lot when you have months to go and preparing for the upcoming season? Probably not. But I think he's earned the right that the job should start out as his. Good luck, Cleveland. I'm rooting for you.
That's what the head coach should have said at the press conference. Shedeur Sanders has earned the right to go into offseason OTAs as the #1 quarterback. Everything else would have been over. Wouldn't have been no more conversation. Wouldn't have been no more guessing. No false information out about that quarterback position. Exactly what he said. Exactly. No added words. Exactly what he said. A former NFL player, a former defensive player for the New England Patriots, just told everything that needed to be said about Shedeur and the quarterback room. It just did. But I want you to listen right here too, also, to this video right here. I played it earlier this morning. Miss James.
Why are we going to be talking about this team in next year's postseason?
That's my goal, baby.
1 year from now?
Yes.
Give it to
Looking forward,
Jamie,
Jamie.
you got
Looking
this.
forward.
Stop.
What the question is crazy.
Come on, James.
Sell us on the Browns.
All right. I can
Sell
do
us
that.
on the Browns.
Jamie, you got it.
I can do that. Todd Monken won a couple national championships with Georgia, okay? This guy knows how to get a team to the next level.
Jane.
Now, I'm not saying he's going to get them to the top of the postseason, but there is no reason with the turnover that just happened in the AFC North that the Browns can't reappear in the postseason once again, okay? The Steelers, they have a new head coach. The Ravens, they have a new head coach. The Bengals have struggled. So if it's Shedeur, if it's anybody else, the Browns have just as much of a chance to win their division next year than anybody else in the AFC North. So Todd Monken, I see you. People might have disagreed with the decision. Your defensive coordinator just resigned, I believe, and Jim Schwartz. You got to figure that out on the defensive side of the ball. But you have the reigning defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett.
That's
if you
right.
can't figure it out with anybody else,
Go.
then you figure it out. All right, Browns.
Go.
Maybe you're already
I'm in on the Browns.
Let's
go.
And that's why
Shedeur. Yes. There you go.
Once again, if Todd Monken can't figure it out, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. And she hit it right on the head. I just believe that Todd Monken missed his opportunity of winning over the fan base and doing the right thing with his teammate. Because you don't heard Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett don't came out and say, hey, Shedeur is who we looking at. He was the last player that played quarterback. It is what it is. Now you got other quarterback that's entered the conversation because of the head coach, Todd Monken. Todd Monken went out on interviews and saying he want to kick the tires on Deshaun Watson. You want to see what Deshaun Watson got as a starting quarterback because he thinks he can unlock whatever's going on wrong with Deshaun Watson in the past year under Kevin Stefanski. He thinks he can coach him up better. And Deshaun Watson started his workouts today. He was on the field working out, throwing everything today. So I just Deshaun Watson started his off-season workout today with his private quarterback coach. So he's getting in shape, and I'm sure he thinks he can still play the quarterback position at a high level. It's just hard for me to see him coming off two major injuries of his leg to come back and play a physical game in the league as quarterback. I just don't see him getting away from a defensive end, linebacker, or a blitzing defensive back or safety trying to make a positive play at that quarterback position. I just don't see that. If he does, he does. You know, I don't think Shedeur is scared of competition. Whatever the Cleveland Browns want to do, let them do it. Bring on another quarterback. You want to bring Russell Wilson in, Malik Willis in, you want to bring Jameis Winston in, who else? Kirk Cousins. You want to bring all them quarterbacks in to battle Shedeur? Man, let them come on. Shedeur will take them all down. He better than any of them. And if you want to draft a quarterback in the late rounds, I ain't got no problem with that either. Because if you give Shedeur a fair chance and a fair opportunity to be the starting quarterback, he going to beat them all out. Locked in. Long they don't try to pull what they did with Shedeur this past year with Kevin Stefanski. Put Shedeur on the field. Let him run with the number one offense. Shedeur going to come out on top. I have no doubt. I don't care who they bring in. They can bring them all in. Bring them all in. Because Shedeur will beat them all. He just need to be fair. Treated fair. And the message should be, after you don't saw what happened last year with a 4-quarterback competition, who want that? That's a sense of no direction. That's a sense of nobody that don't have a plan. Make it a 2-man competition. If you're uncertain about your quarterback position, figure out 2 guys and let them go out there and battle. Shedeur gonna beat them out. To me personally, it shouldn't be no battle. It should not be a battle with the quarterback competition. Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback and everybody else trying to figure out who's going to be quarterback number 2. That should be the message to the quarterback room, the whole offensive side of the ball, and the whole team and the whole coaching staff. That should be the message. Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback, and if I got 2 more quarterbacks on the team or 3 more quarterbacks on the team, y'all battling it out to see who gonna bag up Shedeur. Period. Period. End of discussion. End of discussion. Because as the head coach, I'm tying my everything, my head coaching career, to the starting quarterback. And that's Shedeur Sanders. I'm a sink or swim with Shedeur Sanders as QB1. It is what it is. So that's my take on that. And I believe that's the way it should go. That's just me. And I got another question with you. I will listen to Tony Rizzo on ESPN Cleveland. He said, he asked Paul, how many games do he think that the Cleveland Browns will win this upcoming season, 2026? Paul said 6. Yeah, Paul said 6. I said 6. Hey, Tony Rizzo went on and said, hey, if Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback, I expect them to go 11-6 out of 17 games. Put it down in the comment section. Let me see your answer. If Shedeur is the starting quarterback and he played all 17 games, if they fix the offensive line, get Shedeur a number 1 wide receiver, how many games do you think the Cleveland Browns will win? Let's listen to Paul. I agree with Tony Rizzo. They go 11-6 if Shedeur is a starting quarterback. Here we go.
Way too early season win total. Is this a ridiculous question? Yes. That's why I love it.
So, I don't know, Riz. I see this team winning 6 games.
Man, if that's where Paul is right now, the Browns are in a really bad place.
You need 6 offensive linemen. You need 3 receivers. I'm just like
Shedeur Sanders, 17 games. Browns 11-6. Take that, negative Nelly.
That's my dog right there. Hey, he flip-flopped too, but that's my dog, though. At least he been consistent. I'm with him. I believe they go 11-6, if not 12-5 in 17 games. Let me see what y'all say. Let me see what y'all done say down now. What y'all think they will be? Val Green, what's going on? I see. Let me see what y'all done say. I got to go all the way down. I don't miss everybody. All right, here we go. Plan for Birdie said they'll go 11-6. Ring My Bell said they'll win 10 games. Be what? Miss Jackson say 10 or 13. Miss Kimberly, a.k.a. 12. RD 10. Chad Griffin said, be wise. You know where I stand. 15-2. All right. I got you. Val Green, 9-8. All right. Coach CJ, they'll win 8 games. No, dog. They're going to win more than 8 games, big dog. 12-5. That's me. I love CC. 10 games. Yeah, 10 games. All right. 9-8. I think they'll win. They gonna win 11 games, y'all. You gotta realize, look at the division they in. Look at the teams. You ain't got to deal with Mike Tomlin with the Pittsburgh Steelers. You don't have to deal with John Harbaugh. They got new coaches, and we already know we beat Cincinnati with a bad offensive line. 12-5. I said earlier. Okay, yeah, you did say that. Yeah, Miss Brenda Price, thank you. I appreciate you. But like I said, 12-5. Miami, 12-5. Yeah. I'm with y'all. We're in the same part. Miss Bridget M, 12 games. Miss Pam, 16-2. AFC division. Patty Lee, 11. MSD, 16-2. Miss Bridget said, I actually got them going to the Super Bowl. All right, then. I'm with you. Be watched. I believe if the coach does not come out with 12 at starting quarterback, he's going to lose the locker room. Yeah, I agree. If 12 plays all 17 games, they will at least make the wild card play for a division shot. Agree. Yeah, agree. I agree. 100%. I agree. Like I say, their division really ain't that good. When you look at Pittsburgh really don't even have a starting quarterback unless they're going to go back with Aaron Rodgers, and I just don't see that. Nah. I think Cleveland got it. Miss Wright, what's going on? I see. Best love, what's going on? Appreciate you tonight. Appreciate you. So that's just me. Miss Brenda Price, and they'll win 11 games. I do, yeah. That's where I'm at. They'll win about 11 games. If Shedeur is a starting quarterback. And what's going on, Miss Diane? And I believe they can win the division, or they can make the playoff as a wild card if Todd Monken is everything he advertised to be. If he everything he advertised to be, Shedeur Sanders will be a better quarterback than he was last year. If he can do what he did for Stetson Bennett at Georgia and do what he did for Deshaun Watson at Baltimore and groom Shedeur, clean him up, and get him right, Shedeur gonna be a better quarterback. And also, you can look at when they upgrade the offensive line. That gonna be the key. Because when you look at the free agent, y'all, when you look at the free, there's no good offensive lineman that's going to be available in the free agent. Now, I'm sure it's going to be some offensive linemen better than what Cleveland have right now, because when you do look at the offensive line, neither one of those offensive linemen privileged right now are up on the contract. And I just don't believe Andrew Berry going to bring all of them back. I don't even think the head coach, Todd Monken, want him back. So it's going to be a key. Just fix that left tackle and the two guards and that center. Because your pressure and the blitz going to come up the middle. As long as you got two good guards and a good left tackle to protect Shedeur blind side, I'm good. Now I can deal with the right side because Shedeur can see the defense coming at him because he's right-handed. He can see whoever coming off that end. It's when he turned his back. That left tackle got to be legit. Now, they can do that through free agent. I just don't. When I was looking at the free agent that's available, and I was looking at the PFF grade, they wasn't that good. And you don't. When I listened to Mel Kiper, when I listened to everybody talking about the free agent, they said ain't no good left tackles out there. But there are some better than Cam Robinson, number 68. Yeah. Anybody out there, hell, I'm better than him, I believe. Yeah. So, and then when you look at the wide receiver group, they can go in there. If Andrew Berry don't want to spend the money, and if they don't have the money because of the Deshaun Watson contract, you easily at that number six pick, they can get one of those wide receivers. They can get one on wide receiver. And that would be good enough for me to go with. Even though Jerry Jeudy is still on the team, I think he's going to play better. I believe Todd Monken is going to make him play better than he played last year. I think there was something going on with Jerry Jeudy last year. Because the year before last, he didn't play like that. Man, he was a top wide receiver last year. Now, if they move away from him, they're going to have to go out in free agent and find another wide receiver that can take his place. I'd rather have AJ Brown from Philadelphia. He unhappy. Or you can give me the. Now, they're going to cost too much money. I was going to say they can go to the Dallas Cowboys. They got a free agent, but they don't franchise tag him. He's looking for about $30 or $35 million a year. But they just don't have that money there to spend on one wide receiver when you know you need a good offensive line. So that's going to be the key right there, too. Fixing Cleveland Browns football team. Hey, Andrew Berry got a lot of work to do. He got a lot of work to do to build this offensive line up. What's up, Miami? I see. Miss Don Adams, I see. So that's where I'm at that. And they just got to find a number one wide receiver. If not, they got to find. I don't think Jerry Jeudy is a number one wide receiver after what I saw last year. Shedeur needs somebody he can trust, that he can depend on. And plus, they need to work out together this whole summer to get familiar with one another. That's what he needs. That's what he needs to make it work. I think Jerry Jeudy was kind of little. See, before Shedeur got there, it was Jerry Jeudy team. Everybody was talking about this Jerry Jeudy team. He out there balling. He out there getting his number. But when Shedeur came on, man, the spotlight that left. Yeah, I think he got jealous, y'all. I mean, we human men. Hey, competition. When you the man and somebody come and take your spot, you feel some type of way. I just believe Jerry Jeudy got jealous at Shedeur Sanders. He drew the attention away from him. So, yeah, it is what it is, though. So he should be used to not getting the spotlight because they got a superstar in town. They got a superstar in town with Shedeur Sanders now. They sure do. But also, it's been reported, as I reported earlier today, that we got a special team coach, and that's a good thing. We got that out the way, right? Yep, we got the special team coordinator out the way. That's something we needed, y'all. We needed a special team coordinator. And Byron Story is a special team coordinator. Todd Monken reached down and got him one, and it's a good thing because that's what we needed. That's exactly what we needed on that special team because Bubba Ventrone, man, that dude was the worst. He was the worst special team coach in the league last year. Man, their special team was so trashy. The way they played, they lost about 3 or 4 games with the special team. You remember? And also, Todd Monken's going to keep the running back coach, Deuce Staley. You know, Deuce Staley, he was a good running back when he played in the league. And now that he's still on the staff, I think that was a good move from Todd Monken because, hey, this dude developed 2 running backs, Sampson. He developed him as a rookie and Quinshon Junkins. You got to remember, Quinshon Junkins was late coming to the party. He was late. He had no training camp. I think he got there for the first game, and man, that's amazing what Deuce Staley did with the running back room. I still think they need to add one more running back because you don't know if Quinshon Junkins is going to be 100% healthy. So it's a good move. They kept him. He's a brother, and I'm good to see that. But also in the news, which we already know, that Shedeur lost his former quarterback coach, right? Bill Musgrave. He played with Dion with the San Francisco 49ers. The Jets are hiring Musgrave as their quarterback coach. He was with the Browns for the last 3 seasons with Kevin Stefanski serving as the quarterback coach last year. So he moving on. And really, I'm glad he found. I kind of liked him out of all the coaches that was on Kevin Stefanski's staff. I liked him because he's the only one that was working with Shedeur Sanders. That's just me. So I liked that. I like that move. So that's where I'm at with Shedeur and Todd Monken. I believe they can turn the Cleveland Brown football team around. They've been losing for so long. Cleveland media don't know if they're coming or going. Yeah, this quarterback, they want this quarterback. They want that quarterback. They want that quarterback. They want anybody but Shedeur Sanders. When Shedeur Sanders haven't even been developed yet. They act like Shedeur can't even be developed. Well, they be talking. But they'd rather develop another quarterback. Malik Willis. Malik Willis didn't play in 5 or 6 games last year. But they'd rather have him. Yeah, ain't that something? He played in 5 games. Numbers was horrible. Only numbers that he had, he didn't throw no interception. But one game he threw 2 passes. The second game he threw 5 passes. And the last game he didn't even throw 21 passes. But they want him instead of Shedeur. Anybody but Shedeur. It's really crazy. They wilding out over there, man. They wilding out. Now, if this is my last topic on Shedeur and this quarterback room, I want you to listen to this conversation between G. Bush and Bull and Ties. Y'all look at here. You talking about 2 different worlds. You remember that TV show, It's a Different World? It's a different world. Woo! From where we come from. Yeah. It's a different world, y'all. Yeah. Bull living it. I guess this dude been living up on a rock. And after I play this, we're going to jump into the Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. Let me see, can I find Bull though? I don't even know if I uploaded or not. I said, man, this dude, listen to this conversation, y'all. Just listen to this.
Both of them gave the most politically correct answer that you can give. You got to understand, though, you got to take it with a grain of salt because, one, you do live on 2 different worlds. Obviously defense is over here, offense is over here, so you don't know everything that goes into it. But you can tell that both guys really have a connection with Shedeur Sanders, and they do want Shedeur to get the job. They will be comfortable if Shedeur Sanders did get the job. But politically correct, they do want to see the competition because you never know what Deshaun Watson got.
And I ain't never seen the Browns do so many doggone interviews in their life, right? They done already had the conversation with him. Here's how this gonna work, guys. You're gonna be asked about Shedeur a lot. Here's how we gonna move with this thing. We're gonna be non-confrontational, non-committal. He has to earn it, but we already know what it is. We kind of know.
You think he's got the starting job?
I think when they go
That's crazy.
I think when they go jogging out there in OTAs
he's going to be in the first
the first team quarterback.
Maybe, but I don't know that. I think that's far from a sure thing, guys.
You just asked me was he? I said on OTAs practice 1. I do think he'll be the first quarterback out there.
Are you saying that they believe Shedeur is the starter, but they just don't want to say it because?
I think that they want Shedeur to be the starter.
Maybe one.
No.
I don't know what they want.
No, I know they believe
I don't know how you read any. Miles, maybe I could buy that reading into that. I don't know how you could believe.
Denzel, what? He's in a very good position if he just want to go get it.
He said, I don't take anything Denzel said
By the way,
as
he had a little smirk when he said it too.
Look, I'm gonna tell you how
when he said it too.
AG Bush. So like, how you feel about Shedeur Sanders?
I just don't understand how we could assume he'd be the guy.
Who Shedeur?
Yeah.
Have you heard Shelby Harris?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How could we assume that? Who would you assume?
No.
Who would you assume?
Can't assume anybody.
No, if you had to guess right now,
Tyvus.
On the first day of OTAs, who would you guess that would be the first quarterback?
I guess I would say him.
All right, then. So what are you talking about?
That's crazy. He said that answer his own question at the end. If you guess who will be the starting quarterback when the whole team first get on the field with Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, or Shedeur Sanders, who you think gonna take that first snap? And then at the end, he said, I guess it's gonna be Shedeur. What? What is wrong with these dudes, man? But man, I don't see how G. Bush do it. No way I can be on that show. No way. No way. It was so hard. He took 2 minutes. He took 2 minutes to say at the end, I guess it's going to be Shedeur. When he could have said that at first. When he could have said that at first and said, yeah, out of all of the quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabe, and Shedeur going to be the quarterback. That's all he had to say. He went through all of that to say it at the end when Todd called him out. Nasty work with Cleveland media, y'all. It's just some nasty work when it comes to the Cleveland media. You can't beat them. You can't beat them folk, man. You can't beat it, man. It hurt him to his soul. It's like they killed him, boy. Hey, when Shedeur go out there, man, they going to be so sad. What they going to talk about? When Shedeur get out there, what is they going to talk about? What they going to have to say? Yeah, it's nasty work, boy. They are nasty work. Hey, man, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Hey, I got to switch over, man. I'm running out of time. I'm at 36 minutes. All right, here we go. Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We're getting ready for, they are already in workout mode. And what's interesting about this team is unknown. We don't know which player are going to stand up in that paint. But I got to bank on a couple players that I done did a little research on. Blue Carter going to stand up in that paint. He going to stand up. And Ernest Campbell, a wide receiver from Sacramento State, that's a bad dude, y'all. Yeah, that's a bad dude. The way this dude was running, oh, yeah. And he a track star at that. I think he going, man, this dude here can get up out of there, y'all. And that safety, Fortinet, they going to be really good. Colorado defensive backs and safety position, especially the safety, they going to be hard to beat, y'all. This dude right here, yeah, he all that. He a big old dude. He all that.
Buff Nation, that's you? Let's ride. Randy Fontanet. I'm from Freeport, Texas. I play safety. Let's do it. Y'all gonna see a bright human being that loves the game of football and that loves life, and that's blessed. Coach is here, next level. They're gonna get me to the next level. Buff Nation, I'm coming home.
Hey, that dude big, fast, and physical. He about 6'1" or 6'2", about 210. Yeah, he gonna bring that thunder with him. Vanderbilt, he came from Vanderbilt. He transfers to Colorado to play with Coach Prime now. He gonna be the star on that defensive back end. Yeah, this dude should be a linebacker. Yeah, he hit like a linebacker. When you see the videos and the highlights of him, oh yeah. And we already know I'm rocking with Boo Carter. Boo Carter, talk to him. Here's the recruiter talking about Boo Carter.
This guy who can change the game. A guy who's competitive. Guy who loves football. You can see the way he plays. I think he has untapped potential. Still far from what he can do on the field. So, I've been knowing Boo since he was a freshman in high school. I'm from Tennessee, so I used to see him ball out. He's a young guy in the state making plays. And then we just tracked him when I got here. Wanted to get him here. I thought the way he played the game, playing both sides of the ball, being dominant on both sides, it was a perfect fit, especially what Travis was doing. Getting to know him, though, you learn about how competitive he is. I mean, we played the game a lot, Call of Duty, played Madden, 2K. We did everything. Said that today. He's very competitive. So that's what stood out to me about him. And he loved the game. So, if you love football, you love to compete, you're going to be successful.
I think it's going to be an interesting team, man. It's going to be an interesting team. Boo Carter, Fortinet. I don't know who's going to be the other safety. It might be Ben, or it might be another transfer that came in to play the opposite side of Fortinet. But Fortinet and Boo Carter, I'm looking forward to the back end of their defense this year compared to last year. But I still got to wait. Still got to wait till Georgia Tech game to see how this thing going to turn out on the defensive end. I think the offensive side going to be all right. They won't be real good, but they're going to be all right. But if their defense can come out there and do what they supposed to do, Colorado will win some games. I'm not saying how many games they're going to win, but they can win some games. They can make it interesting and close. Excuse me. With the linebacker room and the safety room, I like that. I'm telling you, they safeties is the strongest part of the team. I got to watch a little bit more on the linebacker room. I like the linebacker from Texas. He look good, but I don't see nobody else stepping up. I have to look and see how they work out, how they practice, and I'll be able to know then. But when I watch the films on Boo Carter, he gonna be the star on the team. Yeah, he gonna be the star. He gonna be a showstopper. They already talking about using him in the backfield as a running back if Coach Prime would let it. And I already know what he gonna do on defense. And he a special team guy. He a punt return guy. That's what he did at Tennessee. So I'm interested to see what Boo Carter can do for Colorado this upcoming year, along with Fontenette on the back end of their defense. It's going to be interesting. And that wide receiver from Sacramento State, that boy bad time. All right?
Let's go. Let's go. You know what? Nashville. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
It's going to be interesting, y'all. It's going to be interesting. I want to see how they start out this year. And let's see who's going to go out there and stand up in that paint for Coach Prime this team. It's a whole new team, a whole new squad, and I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out. I think Coach Marion, that was a good hire from Coach Prime for as the offensive side of the ball. He talked good. He know his game, and he know that go-go offense. Let's see, can Juju run the go-go offense to a high level of what he expects. But I'm still holding and seeing what Ponder going to do this year. I don't know if he's going to be QB3, QB2. It could be QB1. It could be. But I get a nod to Juju now going into the season. But y'all better watch out for Ponder. 6'2" or 6'3". Fast, tall, big arm. Talking about the go-go offense.
Okay, let's have the right energy. Okay, we good? Yes, sir. I told y'all, it's not about where you're from. It's not about none of that. It's about we're Colorado Buffaloes now, and we got to make it happen here. Some of y'all are ungrateful as hell. Won't eat a free meal. Don't like the clothes that you wear. They are free. All this stuff is free. This is the last time in your life that everything will be free for you. You got people back home that are dependent on you. It's got to work for some of y'all. It's got to work for some of y'all. Some of y'all forget that once you get a couple free meals, a free place to stay, free gear, we forget how we prayed, begged, wanted this opportunity, and now we got it. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. The guy. If we have more people in here that want to be the guy, we'll become elite. We can't be here to hang out and just chill and go through the motions. We have to be guys that are like, man, I want to be the greatest that ever lived, that ever walked through Colorado. If everybody has that mindset, we'll be a really hard to beat football team. We'll be the best in the country if we take that mindset. People would cut their whole leg off everything to be in the room that we're in. Do not forget that. Wake up every day grateful for this opportunity. We good?
That's the offense coordinator talking about the way he wants his team to be. So it's going to be real good. Hey, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, real interesting right here. Miss Crystal Wise Williams said, what about Staub? Staub hit the transfer portal. He at Tennessee. Staub's at Tennessee. He at Tennessee. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my time is up. I went over my time, but it is. But I'm glad I talked to y'all tonight. I appreciate y'all. Coach G, what's going on, brother? I see. Yeah, he going to Tennessee. Hey, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, JR Boxing and Greg said it. All right? Come back and rock with us tomorrow night. We're going to have a good time and we're going to have a good show. All right? But once again, thank you for watching Sports Talk with P. Watts. I come to you by the digital airways of YouTube. FD, what's going on? I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night, and thank you.